Hey everybody, I'm Brandon and you're watching the ADHD Game Dev channel. Boom! How are you doing today? I have a bunch of stuff that I want to share with you. These are top tips from my channel, stuff that I use, that I'm packaging up and delivering to you as hacking the ADHD system. These are things that actually help me, so let's count it down because countdowns are fun. Number 6 on my list today is stop painting the rocks. Inspired by a Bob Ross painting challenge, these YouTubers I was watching learned that as they kept moving ahead forward, the things that they were hung up on not being good enough actually worked out pretty well. When they took a step back, they saw it in context, they saw it in perspective. You have to remind yourself to not over-focus on every little detail when you're still in big picture mode. You need to work like an artist, work in passes, getting more refined as you go along. It's good advice I often struggle to follow. Number 5, the ADHD waffle brain. People like this video. From the video of the same title, it's about interest-driven progress. As an ADHDer, you can't always work in a reasonable way, and it's often okay to just let your interest in something drive you for the day. If hyperfixation has kicked in and it's actually something that you need to work on for your project anyway, well, you can't always fight it. Just accept that you may intend to be writing code today, but your brain is stuck on art today. Okay, it's smarter to keep moving ahead and do the broad strokes, but some days you just can't do it, and it's a constant contradiction being an ADHDer, and that's just the truth of ADHD life. You have to allow yourself to work with what your brain is doing the day and take the wins where you can get them. Number 4, progress, not perfection. This goes along with the previous 2 concepts. You need to remember that you don't have to conquer the entire project all at once. That's too overwhelming. It's impossible to conquer the entire project at once. It is okay to make small steps, take small wins, make small progress. And sometimes, in fact, it's what I like to call lateral progress, which sounds like you're not moving ahead, but what I mean by that is that you may try a dozen different things that don't work, and you can get frustrated by that. But I would say, hey, it's okay. Don't get frustrated. You make a little bit of headway at the end of it after you've gone with all the ways that didn't work, and you can come back and improve it later. It doesn't have to be perfect. Keep moving ahead, make progress where you can, and yes, stop painting the rocks while you're doing it, but accept the progress is not always perfection. Number 3, the creative flywheel. This is my quit while you're ahead concept. I found it very useful to stop when I am in a good place instead of driving to the point where I am exhausted or where I have left success behind me and now I'm into a challenged place when I stop. The point where I want to stop my work session is at a high point where I feel happy about a win, which might sound counterintuitive and a bit subversive if you're going to walk away when you're excited about what you're working on and what you're doing. But what I have found is that it is a great way to intentionally hack my brain to set up neural pathways that teach myself, hey, remember that project we were working on was fun. We stopped when it was fun. Now I want to go back to it and have more fun with it instead of remembering it as something that left you exhausted. Number 2 on the list, runways and springboards. I use this all the time. It's one of the most practical, use this neat trick today kind of concepts that are going to get you ahead. I know doctors hate this one. The idea is that you give yourself a little foothold on a future project by doing a little prep work in advance. For me, if I know that I want to do a video, I might give myself runway by starting a new video project by just opening up a folder. That's not a very big step. It's not the entire project. It's just a folder. I might put the files in there. I might set up the timeline. And, while I'm at it, I might as well just throw the videos on the timeline. Before I know it, I'm probably editing the video and halfway into the project. And if not, if I really did need to stop, that's fine. Next time I come back to it, I'll at least have some headway on it. I won't be starting from nothing. Now, as an ADHDer, it's a big risk, of course, that you're going to have a whole bunch of half-finished projects with a bunch of runways and springboards, but at least you'll have made a little progress along the way. All right, and my number 1 tip for you is one thing. It's my one thing mantra. It is a big deal. It really is a big enchilada for me. What it is that I get distracted so fast and so easily that I have to keep a steady reminder in my brain. I literally say it. one thing. I might have to explain a dozen different things to myself that I'm doing, and they're all contradicting each other, and I can't pick one, and I eventually have to just stop and say, look, all things being equal, assuming they are, and they're not any serious dependencies, or you've got to go now and pick the kids up, or you'll miss that. But assuming there's a bunch of things you want to do right now, just literally pick one out of the hat and just start working on it. And while you're working on it, all the other things that you didn't pick are going to be yelling at you, going, oh no, you made the wrong choice. You need to come and do this. I was talking about this as saying I needed to vacuum the floors and I wanted to move some furniture around here. And I literally had to stop and say, get vacuum, get vacuum. What's your one thing? Get vacuum. Now what's the one thing? Vacuum floors. The whole time in my brain it was saying, no, don't do that. You need to go rearrange this thing first and then vacuum. Doesn't matter. I picked vacuum and doggone it, we're stuck with it. And I make it a point to keep at it until I have just finished the one thing that I was trying to do. Sometimes I'll hold up a finger. Sometimes I will go so far as to get a marker and write it on my hand to force myself to try to gain some discipline and to pay attention and to finish one thing that I started. This is all about hacking and setting up mental pathways in your brain for improvement. And it's a process. You're not going to be perfect. Your project isn't going to be perfect. Everything is one step at a time. Some days are lateral headway. Some days you get a little hyperfixated painting the rocks. But all in all, follow a few of these tips as they help you and let me know what works for you. Also, if you haven't licked the video, if you haven't subscribed to it, if you didn't call your mom and tell her that she should join the Discord channel, I don't know what you're doing with yourself. I'm working on video game Tiny, The Last Wayfinder. Please wishlist that on Steam. I appreciate you. And hey, be awesome today. Bye now.